In a vibrant and memorable gathering, seminarians who started their philosophy class in 1996 at St. Aquinas Major Seminary in Markurdi, but later graduated from three different seminaries in 2005, reunited to celebrate the 20th anniversary of their graduation. CTV's Jos correspondent Walby Ogak reports that the event, which was held at St. John's Vianney Minor Seminary, featured a holy mass, prayers for deceased members, and visits to local orphanages and other notable sites. The report.
The reunion was a historic occasion for recognition and reminiscence about their youthful days of studies. Class of 2005 came together to mark 2 decades since their graduation. Said coordinator Reverend Father Thaddeus Onye Kenso described the gathering as a moment of reflection and a celebration of God's faithfulness.
We say that everybody should rely on God's grace. We are just celebrating 20 years. We have been together for so many years. Started since 1996 and then graduated in 2005 when many of us were engaged. And so it's just 20 years from 2005 to now. And so it's just grace, just God's grace, nothing more. And you rely on God's grace as a priest, as a layperson, and whatever you do. It's God that takes care of you, and always try to be in one mind, one heart with God. Try your best to live by God's will, the will of God.
In his homily, Reverend Father Paul Utser emphasized the importance of classmates.
So today we are gathered to celebrate that despite the different times that God made us to be anointed, we still preserved our family, the family of our class. And it's an important thing for you who are junior seminarians. Never throw away your classmates. Even if in your class you do not have friends, it is important to preserve that classmate hood, because that is where the real substance of your happiness, joy, and support will come from. I am not saying that with any prejudice to the fact that at the end of the day, God is our source of sustenance, happiness, and everything.
Reverend Father Uloma Chineye John and Mr. Daniel Bingel expressed their excitement about the reunion.
We are classmates from different dioceses. This year, all of us are 20 years in the priesthood, so we decided to come together to celebrate here in just Archdiocese. And then luckily we are hosted in the famous John Vianney Minor Seminary Markurdi. So I'll call it 20 years of God's faithfulness. So ours is to say thank you, Lord, for these 20 years.
So what is Major Seminary? They were called to be priests. I was called to the maritime. So we thank God for their lives. We thank God for the effort they have put, and I pray that God will continue to bless them and bless their ministry. I pray particularly that whatever they put their hands to, especially in the work of.
After visiting the orphanage, Reverend Father Gideon Paki expressed hope that God will continue to bless their work, noting that they were deeply touched by the visit to the orphanage.
Yeah, the team is meant to just remind us of God's faithfulness in our lives. That despite being in service for 20 years, that God has been faithful. And we're hopeful that within the next years, that God will continue to be with us, to guide us and to direct us as we continue to serve in His vineyard. I saw little children who are without their parents, and I felt touched with a spirit of compassion. And my message to people is that please, we should remember the less fortunate and the less privileged. People should come in and support them, because this is a work for humanity. And I think this is one of those works that God is very pleased with, when we're there for people in their trying moments. I think what we're doing to these children here, they will learn to live that people stood in for them in their moments of need.
For the class of 2005, the friendship and bonds they developed as classmates are truly special through shared experiences and challenges. They have learned, grown, and supported one another. This relationship will continue to grow and last a lifetime. Walbe Ogak reporting from Jos.